Okay, so hope we'll start. So in the yesterday's session, like we were talking about few things on we gave a small information regarding like the career opportunities, the differences between the project manager and scrum master. We also talked about the differences in the certifications that we have from the two organizations, PSM and CSM. And we also talked about like which one is going to be more effective, like is it a PSM or CSM? Both are equally valid. But the thing is, if you take the certification renewal, PSM is more better, I mean, compared to the CSM part. Okay, so that's good. And so you're taking one example where the project delivery was happening, in which the customer asked something and the team has delivered something different. Okay, the expectations were not met, and neither there was any learning that happened from their mistakes, and everything was it's utter flop. Okay, and we took a two scenarios where the kid was cooking the food, taking the instructions from her mother, but her mother or his mother was not there, and the kid cooked the food without any help, but with the suggestions from YouTube or whatever from the neighbors, and they prepared the food. And when you compare the same with another scenario where the mother or the parent was beside the kid, and he was showing what he was doing or she was doing, and taking the feedback from the mother, okay, and rectifying the mistakes and later adjusting the taste and all, she was able to give a good dish compared to the scenario one. So there we have learned that the thing is like whatever the process that the second scenario kid followed, like if you see, there is a transparency which is involved. Okay, that means like he was showing what he was doing it. Okay, he was not hiding anything. Okay, that was there. And at the same time, the parent was looking into or inspecting what the kid is doing. Okay, he was always under the monitor, and at the same time, whatever the suggestions that the parent gave to the kid, like he was working on that, he was adapting that, and because of that, the dish came very nicely. Mm. It's not only that, in our daily life also it happens, right? I mean, we do certain things, we do with our gut feeling, we go ahead, and later we feel like something has happened wrong, and then we take the feedback from our colleagues or friends or from the family. Then accordingly we adjust change our the way we are working and try to get a good result. So it's almost the same, right? So the thing that we need to consider here is in the scenarios and with the diagram that I have shown with the customer thing, what it was missing in the previous was the transparency. Like no one was knowing what they were doing. Okay, no one else knows. Like they were delivering it. That's it. Nothing was clear. Okay, and nothing was transparent as well. Okay, and there was no one to inspect and what they were doing. As at the same time, there was something which was going wrong and no one was noticing. Okay, so these were the things which were happening in this. Okay, now we have two types of delivery. One is traditional waterfall, and another one is agile methodologies. Okay, so what is the traditional waterfall way of delivering the projects? If you take the water, like how it falls from one step to another step, in the similar way, the phases in the project are also the same. I mean, it starts from the requirement phase, it goes to the design phase, then it goes to development. Once development is completed, they give it to the testing. Once the testing is done, then it will go to the maintenance part. Okay, so if you see this, in each and every step, okay, there is no way of going back. So once you're in developing, again, you can't go back and change the design and then do the coding. It's waste of time, right? Either in testing also, like, So similarly, if something has to be changed, probably they need to go right from the scratch and start doing it. Okay. So this is one of the disadvantage in the waterfall model. Okay. So in the waterfall model, if you see the disadvantages, okay, if you take the two scenarios, let us take the testing team here. Okay, the testing team is almost at the fourth phase. Okay, so they have, if let us say like the requirement phase is happening for 1 month, designing is taking another 1 month, development another 1 month. The testing happens on the fourth month. So till the fourth month, your testing team is going to sit idle or wait for the developers to give the piece of code or whatever. So so it's lot of waste in terms of the available the capacity. We are also funding them, right? So there's also a problem. I won't have a problem with the funding, but unnecessary expenses because we need to maintain the team, right? So with respect to the team, we need to keep them idle for a longer period of time. The budget issues, all these things are the disadvantages in this waterfall. If anything, suppose if the customer comes in between us, like in the so let us say he's in the third month, okay, and development is happening, and almost it is in the testing phase, and somewhere in the customer comes and asks like, I need some change. Would you please incorporate that? Then there is no way of going back again and starting from the scratch because the requirements phase will be frozen once you get all the requirements from the customer. You will freeze it. You will not make any changes because it's going to disturb everything. Also the design, okay, the design which is given by your SMEs, subject matter experts and all. So everything is, so much interlinked. Okay, if you change one thing, probably the others are going to get affected in this waterfall model. Okay, so every step is freezed. Okay, every step, once you start, that's it. You have to complete. Nothing will be entertained in the middle of this. Okay, that you need to understand here. Okay, next. Can you quote any other drawback that you have seen in your waterfall model other than this? Maybe like you can share.
So the use case will be less relevant as and when we develop. Sometimes the product may no longer be required.
Yes, exactly. By the time the product comes into the market, it will be either outdated or you can't, um, meet the expectations of, in the market. I mean, the competitive market, like it may be a little bit, outdated. That's true. And yes, thanks. Anything else that you can find it out here? So there is no way of, yeah, as I said, like we can't entertain the things in the middle. There is no way of taking the feedback and working on it and changing something, and nothing of that sort is happening in this waterfall model. Okay, so taking this into consideration, okay, these disadvantages, the team, the scholars, like whatever, they have come up with this agile way of working. Okay, now what is this agile methodology? I'm talking about methodology. Okay, I'm saying methodology. Please understand. Agile is a methodology. It's a way of working. Okay, it's a methodology, and it is a iterative approach for the software development. Okay, it is not like a linear approach. It works in iterations. Okay, it goes in a cycle. It starts from the start, from the scratch. Go in that way it goes, and so every iteration will have a certain time period, and during this particular time period, they are going to develop something and add it to the uh, list of the product. Okay, the list of the products. So in this way, we can define like agile is a it's a methodology, but works in an iterative approach. Okay, so which is of for shorter duration. It's going to be for 1 to 4 weeks only. So if you take this, see this picture, like Agile is like an umbrella which comprises of so many uh, things like Scrum, Kanban, extreme programming, Lean, okay, whatnot, which embraces all this, and all these particular frameworks derive their way of working from the Agile. Okay, so they are going to adopt certain principles, certain values from the Agile. They modify and they try to have their own framework. So Scrum is of that sort, or Kanban is of that sort. But Agile is the main thing. Okay, it's like an umbrella. When I say Agile, what do you mean by Agile? Do I mean anybody know what is Agile? What do you mean by agility? Did you ever come across this word called agility? Agility? Yes, please. I mean, see, try to be more interactive because today you may feel like it's something new, but there's nothing wrong in giving your answers as well. But later on, what will happen is it becomes monotonous. I mean, I will be giving you giving the lecture, and you will be. Uh, I will say like you will feel, yeah, you will feel more boring. I mean, it becomes a very sound, right? Okay, and you will not pay interest also. Like you will be. So let it be interactive. Like had it been a physical location where I come to the class and give you the lecture, you may be, I may be seeing you, and you may be seeing me, and that will be an interaction happening, right? So that interaction will help the process, whatever. Okay, so it's up to you. I don't mind, not giving the answer. But the thing is, the more the interaction, the more you will be participating in the class. So it doesn't mean that you need to be over interactive, right? It's not like that. But thing is, you will exchange of ideas will be, you will make, you'll understand a lot. Okay, fine. So agile, as I said, as Abhi was saying, like it's more of flexibility, changing. Okay.
Hello. Hi, Simha. I'm audible.
Yes, 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 yes.
Hello. So agile, we can say that agile is flexible. The the things which is easy to amend is called agile,
Mhm. Yes, yes. Perfect. Exactly.
and the
Something which
methodology
is
is the way of achieving anything. The step to be
right.
taken to achieve.
Yes, yes. So, approach, right? A systematic approach, something like that, right?
Yes, it could be a systematic approach, or it could be a human being approach.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, the thing is like, we are the way we are doing it with certain things in practice, like, principles or values or methods, whatever that we are making use. Okay. So that means a methodology, a method, a way of working. You have certain methods to solve problems in mathematics. That's a method. Okay. So you have certain steps to complete that, right? So that way you can interrelate. So agile is something which has certain things to do, and it is very flexible to do. It's not that it's not like a very strict one adhering to these principles, and you should not deviate from the, no, nothing of that sort. I think concrete rules we have here. It is very flexible, very easy to change or amend whatever you say, and easy to adapt also. Okay, that's why it makes more convenient or more faster to deliver if you compare that with the waterfall. Okay, so agility is something about that. Okay, being flexible. If you see a gymnastic guy, he'll be doing this all the somersaults type of things, very flexible, right? I mean, so that is there. Okay, so that's agility. Okay. So just want to make you understand. So here also, in the way you are delivering things, uh, is agile means like you are delivering it very fastly. You are delivering with respect to the changing demands of the customer. You are delivering things as per, or you are incorporating the feedbacks and changing the things which are working now. So many things that come into mind. Okay. So whatever it is, agility is about being flexible, adapting fastly. Good. Thanks for that. So Scrum and Kanban. So okay, now let's just talk about understand the Scrum. Have you ever come across? Are you aware of this word called Scrum anyway? Did you come across this particular word, Scrum, before? Anyone? Scrum? Okay, fine, that's okay. So have you ever come across this word called rugby game? Rugby game. Yeah, Jeff Sutherland, Ken Schauber, okay. They came up with this particular idea, that's fine. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll just try to understand like how actually this is came and why it is given this particular word. If not, some word should have been there, right? Why they have given this Scrum to this particular framework? They should have given something else, right? They should have given my name. They should have given your name. Why this particular called Scrum? They should have given in this something related to the cricket, something related to football, but they are given something else. Okay. Now let us try to understand. If you know the game called rugby, where the opponents, try to post their ball in any of the other posts. Yes, yes, exactly. We are coming to that particular point. So it's like this has come from this particular game called as rugby, okay, where they are going to post the ball into the opponent's post, okay, in that goal post. So if they do something wrong in the middle of the game, okay, so they need to restart the game once again. Got it. So this type of restarting the game because you have done something wrong is called as scrummage. Okay. So the word got derived from here. The scrummage is something. Now you go back to your dictionary, you go back to Google and try to find out this word scrummage and see what the meaning is, what actually is referring to, then you'll understand. So the scrummage is something where you are restarting the game because something wrong happened. Okay. And from there, they have taken this word and kept it over here. Okay. So in 1993, they first implemented this by, Jeff Sutherland. Okay. And they presented this paper in an article. They From the article they took it like Harvard Business Review. They do this particular concept. Okay. So these concepts were being compared with a game called rugby, where Takeuchi Nonaka. Okay, there are people who said gave this particular comparison. So this is brief intro. Okay, and in 1995, Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, these two people are the gods. Okay. Now, if in future, if you are becoming a Scrum Master, get up early in the morning and thank these two people. Okay. Jeff Sutherland and Ken Schauber, these two people are the persons behind your Scrum guide, persons behind your scrum.org or psm. Whatever. Scrum Malayan, sorry. Okay. Now, they have first given this paper called Scrum Development Process at UPSLA conference in Texas. Okay. So first they kept this concept over there. Okay. So in 2001, the Agile Manifesto was developed. Okay, and so in the Agile Manifesto, like they have come up with certain principles and values. Okay, so this was not just with these two people, but so many associates they gathered together in a resort. Okay, and they have formulated these particular things. Okay, so Agile Manifesto was started in 2001. In 2002, Scrum Alliance was formed. In 14, the value of organization. In 2016, fully scalable form was completed. So whatever. If you ask me, like, is it important with respect to the interviews or the questions? I would say not so important, but knowing the history is okay. Okay, it's good to know what actually has happened and how it evolved. So with respect to the examination point of view, no. With respect to the interviews, no. No one is going to hear our lectures. Okay. So it's just good to know like what actually happened, how it got evolved. So in the history, if you see, right from 1983, like, it got evolved. And in 2016, like, we have this particular Scrum into picture, right? So the Scrum guide, okay, we got the Scrum guide, the first version in 2017, okay, and the second version we have it from 2020, okay. So there are two versions of the Scrum guide. In 2017, first one, and 2020, we have the second version. So whatever we are reading will be the Scrum guide from 2020, okay, that version, second version. So in our course, we will be going through each and every line of the Scrum guide, okay, each and every line of the Scrum guide. We are not going to miss anything. We are going to go through that, okay. That is very important. Unless you are aware of the things which are prescribed in the Scrum guide, you can't conduct any of the events of the Scrum in your company or organization. Okay. If you are not able to do it properly, then that means like you are not studied the Scrum guide properly. Got it? If I say like why you are conducting this event for this particular time, why you are conducting this particular event for this many number of hours, then you should have the answer. If someone asks you like, am I mandatory to be in this particular meeting? You should be able to answer as a Scrum Master. If you are not able to answer, that means you didn't study the Scrum guide properly. Got it? So you have no basic right to be working as a Scrum Master if you don't know in and out of the Scrum guide. So if you want to become a Scrum Master or appear for an interview or go through certification, the Scrum guide is a Bible or Bhagavad Gita or Quran, whatever it is, you have to read it thoroughly. Okay? You have to take the pen, take the printout of 14 pages, underline each and every concept that we will be discussing in the classes. Okay? If you are not ready for that, then this course is not for you people. Okay? So the Scrum guide, we need to undergo, we need to read, we need to understand each and every line in the Scrum, and then only you will understand the beauty of the Scrum Master, okay, role. Or else it's a waste of time for everyone. Okay. So our course will we'll have 7 days almost, like it is a 15 days, right? Almost for 7 to 8 days, we will be discussing thoroughly on the Scrum guide. Okay. In and out of that. Okay. By the end of the day, you will be able to understand each and everything out of that. Okay. After that, the real-time scenarios, real-time way of working, what are the things which will be present, okay, what we need to consider as Scrum Master, how to conduct, what are the things that as Scrum Master, those will be discussed in the later classes. So for the first few days, 7 days, I can say, at least 5 to 7 days, our thought process will fully focus on the Scrum guide. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Then you will ask me where to get the Scrum guide. Now I will give you the Scrum guide. Okay. Just try to download this. Okay. Okay. Try to get it from this particular link. Okay. No, that's fine. Now, what actually a Scrum Master is going to do in the organization? A Scrum Master job is to, work like a facilitator. He should help the team members to conduct certain things, facilitate certain things, should make happen. Okay. He should be working as an agile coach. Okay. He should be supporting the team in the hour of need. He should be removing the impediments. He should report to the management. He should do the activities related to the tool, maintain them. He should protect the team. And these many things are there. Okay. Neither in any of these things you see a Scrum Master learning Java. Neither you have seen Scrum Master learning UI UX. Okay, or anything related to cloud or anything related to data engineering. Nothing of that sort, right? So everything here you see are the basic things a human being does for helping the people, helping the process and doing those sort of things. Okay. So no way it is related with the technology. So if you are not aware of any technology, don't worry. That's okay. You can become a Scrum Master. That's not a tough job to do. Okay. As I said, your only thing that he will be doing is see the Scrum. There are two, two more roles other than the Scrum Master. One is product owner. What is product owner? What it does, and all we'll discuss in the course. We will have the development team, and there is a Scrum Master. Okay, the stakeholder will be outside your organization. So the Scrum Master is going to do all the sort of things which I said here. Okay, here. So he will facilitate the meeting between the product owner, development team, and the stakeholders. He is going to organize the meetings. He is going to remove the impediments. What do you mean by impediments? We'll talk later. Okay, he will be organizing things. He will be facilitating the activities or the events. Okay, he will remove the he will help the team members, tool maintenance, reporting to the project management team, so whatnot. So he has lot many roles to play in the Scrum uh, framework. Okay, so he has lot many things to do. So this is how actually it goes. Okay, so he coaches the team members. He helps the organization to adopt this particular Scrum. Okay, he helps the product owner to to do lot many things for with respect to the work and all. So this is just not limited to learning the Scrum guide and being there, but helping the people in all the ways. Okay, so your role is much beyond what you think. It's more of helping. Okay, that's what. So till here, any questions that you have, please. Any questions here? You're still hearing? Okay, fine. So I have given something in the chat. You can download that particular book. Okay, even if you attend or if you don't attend the paid version of this one. So tomorrow is the last free demo, right? If you want to become a Scrum Master, that guide, that pages. Okay, those are very important. Okay, if you're not aware of that, then probably it won't make any sense. Okay, fine. Anything till here? Any questions here till?
Hello, hi Simha.
Yes.
Sometimes I have observed that your voice is jerking, or I mean not. It is getting buzz or not coming it clearly due to it may be the network or it may be the sun. So sometimes I miss the things in between when
Okay.
you explain.
Okay. Abhi or Charan Venkat, do you feel the same? Is it anything which is interrupting in between, or the voice is clear?
Yes. In the same time, no, it is clear, but sometimes your odd level of audio goes a bit down that I can
Okay.
listen.
Okay. No, Abhi,
The voice is
it
fine
the
for
same?
me. It's all right for me.
Okay. So yeah, please just see your connectivity. If there is an issue, probably you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat session. I will try to again, reiterate that. Okay. Whatever. I mean, there could be some technical issues, maybe from your end or my end. But whenever you have an issue, you can raise the hand or you can ping it in the chat box. Okay, fine. Yeah, thanks for.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. So today, I would just like to discuss on. See, when I say about the Agile, like yesterday there was this thing like on Agile, like what you are going to cover. Okay, we are not going to cover all the things which are under the Agile umbrella. We are going to cover only the Scrum and Kanban as part of the course curriculum. Okay, not more than that. Okay, so in the Agile, we have 12 principles because Agile Manifesto, which was developed in 2001, they have formulated these 12 principles. So one should be aware of these 12 principles. If I say 12 principles are must, then no, then I mean, if you ask me, like, is it must to know the 12 principles from an interview perspective, you need not, by heart all these 12 principles. At least 3 to 4 are good enough. Okay, no one is going to, ask you, or neither they can remember all the 12, but at least 3 to 4 are good enough to remember. So whatever you pick, okay, be confident in explaining them. So we will discuss it today and tomorrow. Okay, and then with respect to the interview perspective, like you can take it out few of the important things from there. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead with this one. The first question, first Agile manifesto is on the highest priority is to satisfy the customers through the early and continuous delivery of valuable software. To understand this particular sentence, okay, what actually they want to convey, okay, to whom they are giving the importance. Okay? Because when you are running a business, there are so many things which will be coming, right? You should first of all satisfy the customers. The next thing is you should satisfy your employees. Okay. Next, also, like as an organization, you should be standing, in a midway between these two people and helping them, right? So the agile is formulated, the principles are being formulated in such a way, it satisfies all the people who are involved in this particular thing. Okay, so here the first few principles will mostly concentrate on the customer. If you see this first one, our highest priority is to satisfy the customers, right, through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. Okay, this let us try to understand with respect to our day-to-day life. Okay, let us say like you have gone to one of the shop, or you have gone to any of the shopping mall and you have bought something. Now everything there in your cart. Okay, and you're going for a billing. Let us say you went first over there. Okay, and you were waiting for the billing boy to take this particular thing and start do the billing. But instead of that, instead of he taking your items and billing, if he has taken some other guy's cart and started billing it, how do you feel? Do you feel happy about that? Do you feel like you have been neglected, or do you feel like you're okay with that, whatever, or you're going to argue with them and ask like why you have not considered mine when I have come first? How will be your reaction at that particular point of time? Because you came first in the line, you are there standing, but he didn't start billing your card, but he's taken from the other person, the person behind you, and he start doing that. So will you feel happy? Will you go to the same shopping mall or to the shape, at least to that particular guy or to any of the shop outside if it happens? Will you go there once again? Will you do that? Will you do that? Hmm. Okay. Most of the people are just listening to me, but I think may not be on the call, not active for whatever reasons. Okay. So if we are not giving the priority to the customer, okay, that too early and giving a valuable continuous delivery, you will be missing him out. Okay. The customer is not going to come back to you again. Got it. Let us say you are entering to the Amazon site and trying to bill it, but it is taking a lot of time, and at the end it says like it is timed out. Will you again go to the Amazon, or you will go to Flipkart or any other shopping, e-commerce site and do there? So it happens everywhere, right? If you are if you are not given the priority, and if your issues are not being addressed early, probably you will think again to, going there. Okay. So the Agile says give the highest priority to the customer, satisfy him first. By what? By early delivery of your software and continuous delivery of your software. Because software here they mean to say Early, that's okay, little bit early, but continuous in the sense they are not going to deliver at one shot, but in phases. So continuous means that. So the customer satisfaction is very important, and we have to give highest priority. Did you get it? Number one. Any questions here?
No questions.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you again, okay? So what I'm actually expecting is a little bit more, interactive. So that's right. Okay, fine. Again, welcoming the change requirements even late in the development. Agile processes honors the change for the customer's competitive advantage. See, again, the customer important. Understand how agile is framed. It's the few of the principles it keeps in mind, and it talks only about the customers, not anyone else. Okay. Later, in some of the principles, they talk about the member. I mean, the team talks about the individuals. Here, it talks about the customers. So it is saying like welcome the changing requirements even late in the development. You have started your work, okay? The development process has started. It's midway, but the customer wants something else because he felt like there is something in which is that his competitor is doing it and it will be in the market soon. By that time, your product should also be there in the market. So the customer comes to you and says, try to do this one also and incorporate this change. If you don't accept that, that means you are not making the customer, be in the market. Okay, the competitive advantage will be lost. That's an important thing. Okay, so we should always encourage or we should always welcome this changing requirements, even if it is late in the development. Okay, and that means you are indirectly or directly helping or giving him the competitive advantage to the customer. Okay, so it's like you have two things, right? I mean, Blinkit you have Zepto, and there is something which is coming now. Okay, and if it has all the features and some more extra feature, probably that will be ruling the market. So we should give them particular advantage. So that's about the second principle, being changing requirements for the customer. Okay. Next one, so deliver working software frequently from a couple of weeks to couple of months with preference to shorter time cycle. Okay, so we should deliver something software which is very frequently, very frequently we need to deliver that. It should not take a lot of time because again, by the time it comes into the market, if it is outdated, then no one is going to buy that. So frequently it should be delivered within weeks to a couple of months, within a shorter period of time cycle. Okay. Next, business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. This is very important because when I say like business people, it's not the business people or because like business people are so much busy, they can't come every day to your office or having the connection with the call with you. Okay, or have a Zoom call with you and do no. It means say anyone a representative from the business, a product owner or a business analyst or whoever it is, they can be representing from the business and have an interaction with the developers for whatever doubts they have, they can clarify. They get clarified, and they will be working together to for this particular project. That should be made sure. So Agile talks about that. Okay, it talks about the customers. It talks about the way you are working. It talks about how you should be working. Okay, how you in the sense whole team all such. Okay, it's not just developers but whole as an organization. So I will stop it here itself because I don't want to have a solo talk running here. Okay, any questions here till now? We will continue tomorrow with the next set of principles and values. Then you can decide from fourth class onwards the paid. Okay. Any question here till?
So overall, sir, how many 15 days classes, right, sir?
Sorry, we have 15 days here. Yes, 15 days. 15 days. The first 1 week we will have on the Scrum guide itself, a thorough discussion on that. Later we will be discussing on the planning, capacity planning as a Scrum Master, what you have to do, what factors you need to consider, okay, how you will be helping the team. So these are all the things related to the Scrum Master type, that will be done. You will not touch the financial things which we are not aware. No, in the Scrum Master, no way related to that. Okay. And
So
Jira
is
will
this
be yes.
so is this your only batch, or do you have
No,
other
I
batches?
take only one batch per month as of now.
Okay.
Because I don't have the time, so I take only one batch, but 15 days in a month. So at least half of the month I take one batch.
All right. Maybe very less people, maybe because of cricket match today.
And that's fine. Not an issue. I mean, they may extend one more day of the demo. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the third day. Maybe they may extend for the next day also for the free demo. And probably if they get some good number, they will start a batch. It's fine. We can also proceed. Fine, we'll meet tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can ask me now.